Welcome to Live with Cody and Satori, the paranormal couple. The show will be starting shortly. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Now please welcome the paranormal couple, Cody and Satori.
Whoa.
Hello. Hello, everybody. I know everybody's probably like, where's our video? So we're currently trying to, if you hear an echo, it's because of another cam, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. We have some locations lined up, but we can't consistently get investigations every other week and get them edited and get them to you guys. So every now and then we kind of have to fill it with lives, but we have something fun, I think.
Yeah, well, it's usually fun. So what we usually do, so for those that don't know, who haven't been here before, Satori and I usually host a show every other Thursday. So this Thursday, we're going to also be having our regular live stream show. And then we usually do our bonus Patreon member show afterwards. And lately what we've been doing is every other week, we do a object investigation for just the museum members. If you want to become a museum member, go to the description below and you'll see the Patreon link. That's how you join that. So usually every other week, we've been doing an object investigation, and then opposite every other week for the museum member show, Satori's been doing card readings and card pulls and things like that. But this Thursday, for the bonus show, Satori is actually doing something a little different, which I think is really cool. It's going to be something that we really haven't done before, and our friend Dan is going to help us out, right?
So if you don't know me very well, I'm obsessed with crystals, spiritual symbolism behind stones, minerals, herbs, all that good stuff. So a lot of people have been asking for more information about what stones represent, their history, things like that. So our good friend Dan has a very large collection of stones, minerals, crystals, and he's going to be coming on live with us on Patreon. And we're going to be talking about, he's going to talk about the scientific side of stones. And I'm going to be talking about the metaphysical side with symbolisms for each of the stones we talk about. So it's going to be really fun. But we also wanted to make sure everyone got an investigation and kind of show people what we do for patrons tonight.
Yeah, so tonight we're going to be doing something that we really haven't done live on our regular YouTube channel before. So we're going to be doing what we usually do on Patreon, like Satori said. And tonight's object that we pick is actually one that I guess kind of well known because we talk about her a lot and we bring her to a lot of events.
She hates me. She hates me.
So we'll be getting to that in a second. We have equipment that we're going to be setting up. We're probably going to be doing the Estes method tonight and seeing if we get anything. So it's quite fun. So we'll be jumping into that in a moment. So if you guys have any questions you want us to try asking during the investigation, definitely leave them in the comments. We have Ken and Erin behind the scenes who are helping out with this show. So they'll make sure that they put a little star next to your question so we can ask it. But once the investigation starts, it'll kind of be very direct, especially if you're asking questions.
Is it going to be light enough? Because I'm looking at the camera right now and it looks very dark. So yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, we can adjust that.
We'll adjust the lights when we start getting going so you guys can see in case, because this item's known to move on occasions. Maybe she'll move and we want to make sure you guys can see it.
Yeah, so we actually have a video. We have multiple videos of this object specifically. So in the museum section, there is a doll section, there is like an around the world section, and when this object came into the museum, we can say it's Liza. So if you've heard us talk about Liza before, Liza the doll, it's her. So she had to be moved to this separate section where we used to do our live streams from. And in that section, there's a security camera. And we recorded multiple videos of her when she was placed in that area. And probably one of the best videos that we got during that time was, I believe, in 2018. It should say the date when we play it up here. I'm going to start playing the video while I'm talking here. There it is. So she's circled right there, and just keep an eye on her. It's going to zoom in. Yeah, so June 28th, 2018 at 2:28 a.m. See that? Her arm just moved.
It'll zoom in. Here you guys go.
Creepy.
So what's weird about this is it's not what a lot of people claim with, you know, in certain videos where it looks like the items are being pulled or falling over. This item actually moves her arm and uses the arm to lift herself up and adjust her position. So it's like she's alive and using the doll as a conduit to be alive, in a sense, like in our physical world. So what's interesting about Liza, a little recap if you don't know the story of Liza. She came to us from a man in Massachusetts. Long story short, this person felt like Liza was taking over his life. He was hearing things, seeing things. He felt like Liza was attaching herself to him in a sense, and he couldn't get rid of her. So we did check off all the boxes to make sure that this was, you know, not mentally, you know, some sort of mental illness motivation or anything like that, like something that happened due to mental illness, if you will. We made sure that the case actually seemed like it was about the item. And we essentially said that we'll take Liza off your hands in a public location to make sure that, you know, everything's safe, and then we'll check in with you. And once we took Liza, it seemed that everything went better for this individual, and then they disappeared. So we're not sure how they're doing today, but Liza is one of the most active items in our collection. Whether she will actually act up tonight, we cannot promise if she will. I will say she loves attention. She does not like other items that are claimed to be haunted. She turned all the heads of the dolls in the doll part of the museum around. When we first put her in the museum, all the dolls' heads would twist. Some of them would be knocked over. She just does not get along well with others. She does not like women. She more gravitates towards men. So I'm not sure as to why. But Liza, I will say I am certain that Liza is one of the items in our museum that actually hates my guts. She prefers Cody out of the two of us. There was one time, well, a couple times now, where we forgot to bring Liza to events and weird things would happen, like cars would break down or some sort of accident would happen. So we do believe that Liza definitely makes it known when she's upset about something. So we'll see what happens tonight.
Did we say how we got Liza yet?
Well, I said that we got it from a man in Massachusetts
okay,
who gave her to us.
All right, did you say the whole phone call thing and everything?
No, I didn't say the phone call. I didn't know how much information you wanted to give.
Yeah. So this object was very interesting in the way that on the way that we got it, I'll say. So I had done a podcast interview around the time, so it had to be around 2018, 2017. And after the interview, someone had reached out and we ended up talking on the phone, and he answers the phone and I say hello, and the response I get from the other end is "make it stop." And I was like, "Excuse me? Hello?" And I just figured, you know, an individual was dealing with a haunted house, because usually we get contacted for that type of thing. And I was like, are you okay? And he's like, "Make it stop, make it stop, make it stop." And it got louder and louder. I was like, "All right, well, we can't help you until you tell us what's going on." So he ended up saying that he has this doll that's telling him to do bad things to himself and to other people. And right away, that raises a red flag for us because, of course, we're into the paranormal, but we also want to make sure everyone's safe, right? So thankfully, being a part of the teams that we are with, we know some cool people, and we were able to put him in touch with a psychologist that was able to give him a cursory analysis over the phone, just ask him a few questions. And she said that he seemed okay, that whatever problems he was having seems to be stemming from this doll. And if the doll is removed from his life, then his situation should improve. So no matter if the doll had an attachment or was haunted, if he got rid of it, then everything would start looking better for him. So we got on the phone with him again and said, how come you haven't tried to get rid of this doll yet? That seems like the, first thing that you try to do. And he goes, I have. He goes, I tried throwing it in the complex dumpster. And when I went back outside, it was sitting on my front porch. So either the garbage man was playing a funny joke and decided to take the doll and place it back on the front porch of this guy, or it's paranormal. So we says, okay, so we'll meet you in a public place and take the doll off your hands. And that's exactly what we did. We met him in a public place and got the doll, and not thinking much of it, hoping that it would help his situation. We had one more response from him saying that his life was improving and everything was doing okay. And then we haven't been able to speak with him since. We've tried reaching out, and the emails just bounce back. So hopefully he's doing good wherever he is now. So once the doll was placed in the museum, it slowly started moving around and acting up. Yep. Mm-hmm. So we had some cool experiences with that, and then it kind of brings us today. So we've brought her to pretty much every one of our traveling exhibitions that we've done. She comes to a lot of the events that we have objects set up at, and pretty much every event, at least one person comes up to us and says that they've experienced something with her or around her.
A lot of people experience her moving. A lot of people claim to see her eyes moving, even though her eyes are painted on. They are not the eyes that can move on a doll. She's an older doll. A lot of people have also claimed to hear voices that sound like an accent. Some people have said it sounds Irish. Some people have said it sounds Scottish. Some people have said it sounds English. So we're not exactly sure what the accent is. Some sort of accent like that along those lines, though. So she's, again, like I said, definitely gravitates towards men more than women.
So a couple questions here. First one is from Josh.
So this doll, certain aspects of the story sound similar to the original Annabelle story. Definitely not. We don't believe that this is any sort of demonic being, any sort of negative entity. We do believe that it is the spirit of someone that may, and I'm going to say this as nice as possible, have an attitude, likes things a certain way. And I have to say it like that because she's in the room. I think everybody has a different personality, and she definitely shows hers. With that, I do think that some people may interpret her as being a negative entity. I just think that I think she's a human spirit that once lived and is now using an object as a conduit to act as though she is still here physically. So moving around, kind of like an object possession, if that makes sense. We do not believe she's trapped inside the doll, though.
Do you mind answering these two questions here? And I'm going to put some more light over there and just get some stuff set up.
Okay, I'll let you do that.
Okay, thank you.
Have fun. All right, so this question, Justin, why your car broke down a while back? So I can't say obviously for certain, but I will say that it was weird that one of the events that we did not bring Liza to, we did break down twice. It's weird to have it happen once when it has never really happened much before, let alone twice in the span of a couple days. I did say before taking Liza, before deciding what items we were going to bring to an event in Wisconsin, I said, maybe we should leave Liza. She's fragile. She's older. We'll give her a break because we bring her to every event. And I guess that was the wrong decision. So we started bringing her back to events again, and we have not had any issues really since. Can you tell what era she is from? So I will say that there is no maker's mark that I have found on the item. She is porcelain, head, hands, and like shins down to feet. She is painted. She has a stuffed body with the porcelain stitched to the stuffing. That leads me to believe early 1900s. turn of that century. So definitely early 1900s, I would say is a nice ballpark there. But I could be wrong. She could be older. Paranormal insomnia. Do you cleanse your haunted objects? So every museum does things differently. Some museums believe not even holding the item. Some museums believe that you need to cleanse or bind the items. We do have different religious faiths. People of different religious faiths come in and bless the space, do bindings, things of that nature. We're very open to different belief systems. As for cleansing the objects ourselves, not really. We mostly bind. We just have ground rules. We're very strict in our ground rules. Every item that comes into our collection, we say you can come and go. If you have family or somewhere you do need to be, you don't have to be here all the time. We just ask that you do not come into our direct living space. You have to stay in the museum, and we're very strict about that. And we've never had anything happen outside of the museum to us. So oops, maybe I missed this because I'm just signing in, but how long have you had her? 2017. I'd have to check the case file to be 100% certain. She's one of the oldest items we have in our collection, actually. I'd have to check the case file to make sure. We have hundreds, so after a while the dates blend together. I'm going to be completely honest. Do you think maybe she may be wanting to protect you guys? I think so. This is interesting perspective. I think it's possible. I will say, I think Liza would protect us for specific interests of self. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. I think she would, in certain situations, protect us because we take care of her.
Off. It's just not sitting right
okay.
on my shirt. It's irritating me.
But I think in certain situations, she absolutely would protect us. Because we try to take care of all of our items and make sure that people respect them when they come and view them. So absolutely, I think that's quite possible. I don't think there's a demon in her or anything.
I don't think so. I will say that is kind of a pet peeve of mine. There are some people that say that everything in the paranormal is evil, every object is evil. I do not agree or subscribe to that belief at all. Do I respect that belief? Yes. But that's not how we run what we do here, for sure. We think most of our items people just loved a lot, and they're checking in on it. And there's a lot of stories, and those stories, telling them promotes intention. That intention goes into the items. It's charging. So that's the way I see it a lot of the time.
Cool. All right. So we are going to be starting our investigation soon. So in a second, we're going to switch over to one of the cameras. We have two camera angles over there that we are going to use to kind of show you guys what's going on. I'm going to head over there right now and start putting up some equipment. I'll show you guys what I'm putting out. Story, if you see any other questions, and feel free to answer them.
All right. You just put me in charge of talking. I like that.
You don't have to worry about cameras because Ken's going to handle that.
I like that. All right, let's see. Sorry, guys. The comments are moving so fast. She's going to love being the focus of the live. I definitely agree. Hello to everybody just joining us. So we will be trying a couple different things. Cody's going to go over the equipment now, and then we'll talk about some of the different methods we're going to try. Do you want me to how do I put this up?
Ken, you want to put the... There you go.
Okay.
All right. So first thing I'm going to put out is something that we have a lot of luck with. This is a Vortex dome made by Vortex Ghost Gear. And we have a lot of interaction with these things. So these things pick up static electricity. And the different colored lights don't mean anything. Like as far as how strong it is, it just shows you the direction it's coming from. So I'm going to put this one right here.
We did want her to be comfy. We took her out of the museum for this, I will say.
Okay, here is a REM pod.
Her clothes are different. I will say that we have gotten some donations and offerings to her. So any minor changes you see, offerings that we noticed positive activity surrounding as well.
And then the last thing I have
Her
here.
dress is green.
The last thing I have here is one of these flux meters. So the best way I can describe this is if you've ever seen one of those spy movies that have the lasers, and once you cross the laser, the alarm starts going off. So imagine an alarm coming out of both sides of this device. One side lights up red, the other side lights up green, and that is to show you which side has been triggered. So I can try to put this somewhere near her, and if it starts going off, then that means it's picking up some sort of movement near her, which is quite interesting. So let me turn this on.
I know, it is hard to tell in that light. If you guys have any trouble seeing, let us know, okay? She is pretty. Thank you. She is pretty. She loves being told things like that. Love meeting her when we brought her to Camp Evans. Oh, yes. She, like I said, we brought her to almost every event. She's gotten quite the reputation now. You could bring in other dolls or objects, maybe make her jealous. I'm not sure if we brought any other items. We have before, so I'm interested to tell. Like, see if that does happen, if we do remember that we do have another item with us. We did recently get an item, and we might share that on Thursday. The new item we got.
All right, that just shows that we're working here.
You just stop touching all the buttons.
Okay, I'm done.
Let me see some of these questions here. I'm trying to get used to using this stuff, guys. Have you ever just done this with her not in front of anyone, or is it the very first time you were investigating her? We've done this a lot. Sometimes she has acted up a lot. Sometimes she's acted up a lot. Sometimes she doesn't act up at all. I think it depends on the amount of attention she's getting and if she's, I guess, into it at that point.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't keep her quiet.
Yeah, it all depends on the situation, I think, and the group of people that she's around. So it just depends, I think. Good question, though. Does she have real hair?
I don't believe so. Can I ask you where you get your ghost hunting equipment? I'm looking for a safe place to buy.
So Ghost Stop is a great company. We're good friends with Sean, the owner of that company. Vortex Ghost Gear is the individual who makes the round device that's over there.
That REM pod up in the upper corner.
Nope.
Oh, are you talking about the Vortex Dome?
Yes, yeah. Vortex Paranormal, which is a team, makes the REM pod. They're out of Wisconsin.
The Vortex gets me confused sometimes.
But good question.
All right.
All right, so let's get going here. We also have, we're going to be doing an Estes session in a little while. So if you guys have any questions at all that you'd like us to ask live while we're doing the Estes session, then feel free to ask them, and I'll be sure. Satori's usually the one who does the Estes method thing. So.
I don't know why.
Why?
Yeah.
Because you're good at it.
Okay, I'll try it. I think you should try it at some point.
I
think so.
I don't know if I'd be good at it.
Have you ever actually tried it?
Yeah, I've done it a couple times with Ken.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just, I think some people are better at it than other people.
Well,
I think
you're
some people...
weird in a lot of different ways, and you can do some pretty weird things.
Well, you can too, but I'm not good at that for some reason. It kind of confuses my brain when I listen to it for some weird reason. So you'll notice that the two investigation cams, their microphones are muted because of feedback. We don't want to have feedback, otherwise it'd be hurting your ears. So if anything starts to go off, you should see it at least.
Can we minimize us and get one of those cameras up?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. All right, I'm going to grab the Estes stuff, and I think we should see what happens.
All right. I'm gonna ask some of the questions people are having right now when you're still.
Okay.
Hold on, guys. Just a moment.
Yep.
All right. Hello, Liza. Wait. The vortex dome is already lighting up.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
we get it? Can we get it zoomed in anymore?
Yes.
Oh no,
No,
that's
the
not a
other
good
one.
camera. Can we get that zoomed in?
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Can you move around that device, Liza? If you touch that, I know you know how it works. I see you've lit it up a bit. That's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much, Liza. Liza, some people have some questions for you. You're actually being watched by a lot of people right now. I'm sure you like that. I hope you do. Somebody wanted to know, who do you like more? Do you like Cody or me? Can you light up one of the devices? I'm trying to think of how she can answer that. She could use that meter, that triangle. If you see that device that looks like a triangle, if you touch the one side that shows green, that can be me, and the side that shows red can be Cody.
Why am I red?
Because green's my favorite color. So that triangle device, if you touch one side, it'll light up green, and the other side will light up red. Or if you light up that dome you just lit up again, I'll believe it's Cody. And if you light up that device with a tall stick sticking out of it, I'll believe it's me. I'm waiting for something dramatic to happen.
I know, you just see her fly off the chair.
Okay, you ask her, because she listens to you a bit better than me.
Hey, Liza. It's Cody. I'm sitting way over here. I'm going to wave to you. I know we really haven't done this before.
Live streamed.
If you don't mind answering, do you like one of us better than the other? I know maybe you're getting used to that equipment, those machines that are around you. But there is a triangle-looking machine directly in front of where you're sitting. And if you're able to move near that, it should light up different colors. Green is for Satori, red is for me. So if you figure out how to use that, that's a good way to let us know the answer to that question, if there is one. Hopefully it's red.
We know the answer to the question. I just want to see if she'll show.
All right, you want to try Estes?
Yeah, I was trying to get the main cam up.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
All right, so let's so Estes session. If you've seen our videos before, it's the same equipment that we use on them with the Delco goggles. A lot of people ask what these are when they see our videos. These are called Delco goggles. If you do a quick search, they're great for Estes sessions. So you can't see through these at all. It looks like red glass, but you can't. They're totally blacked out. And there's a little light that you can turn on, so you have red light, kind of like the what is that, like the God experiment, where you cover up with ping pong balls and red light over your eyes and stuff. Yeah. So so Delco goggles, that's what they're called. And what we use for our spirit box, a lot of people also ask that. A lot of people think it's a SB7. It's actually an old Radio Shack box that's been hacked to continuously scan. And I've had the best results with this for some reason. So we continue to use it. They're hard to come by now.
A couple people are asking, I know there's probably going to be, I think I've already seen one or two, if we were going to try our method. It would take a lot of work right now because we're in such a small space to get a camera set up to show you guys. So with the way everything looks right now, I don't think we will.
But we can absolutely do that at some point.
But we can absolutely, if you guys want us to do our method live at some point, we can absolutely try doing that if you guys want. We've done it a lot with RISEUP.
Yeah, if you want to see some old live investigations, if you go to Dead Air Full Spectrum, this video is also broadcasting on that channel. If you go back, we've done a few different live investigations with them at different places. We've had some great communication at a place called the Alley Theater, which ironically we're also going to be doing a theater presentation there on haunted objects this coming October. So if you're in the New England area and want to attend that, we're going to be doing that with John Zaffis, who also has a huge collection of haunted items as well. So Liza should be at that.
She will be
at that thing.
Can you get the radio going?
You want to put the goggles on?
Okay. You just make sure the radio's going before I put it on my head because I always scare myself.
Yeah, I will. All right, guys, get your questions ready for this Estes session.
I'm a fly.
Please like the video if you haven't already. That helps us out. It's a free way to help us out. And share the video if you have any social media. That also helps us out as well. Because I think it's cool. Who doesn't want to investigate haunted objects virtually?
My hair is bugging me already. Can you, never mind, I got it. Boop. There we go.
All right, I'm going to start this radio up.
Okay.
Scan. Oh my God.
Did you just hear the B word just get screamed out of that headset? Yeah. Okay, I'm scared.
All right, I'm going to put this down right here. Okay, Liza. Just me and you. I have some friends watching. I don't know if you know what a video camera is and computer. But a couple friends, just a couple, are watching. And they want to say hi to you. All right, let's see.
Does it speak? Hear me?
Does what speak? I can hear you.
Real?
Is what real?
There you are.
Hi. Can you see me waving? What am I doing? Can you say the word waving?
Yeah. It sounded like yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, hi.
I'm just going to imitate as best I can.
So she's probably sitting about 15 feet away from us right now.
Hi, friend.
Hi. Do you like Satori? What is one word to describe you?
Something she's gone.
She's gone.
Can you get the red light on? Is the red light?
Batteries might need to be changed on that.
If not, it's okay. I think I pushed it weird. Might have been me.
Want me to replace the battery so you have red light?
What?
Do you want me to replace the battery? So
No, it's okay. As long as I'm just seeing, like I like the red light, but the black also helps.
Okay.
I can't see.
All right, Liza. Sorry about that.
Issues.
Okay. We're going to try something. Can you see how many fingers I'm holding up? Could you say this number out loud to Satori?
It's just music. Really with that?
Why, you don't want to do this? Just say how many fingers I'm holding up.
Something about attitude,
Please.
but it sounded sassy.
We think it'd be pretty neat if you could do that.
I don't know what that said.
You guys actually might be able to hear the spirit box because Satori's wearing a microphone. You might be able to hear
Sound
it
like a
little
guy
bit.
said, "Atta girl."
All right, we're going to try asking another question from one of our friends. Are you able to tell us how old you are?
Extremely something.
All right, for us to hear you, you have to try talking as loudly and as slowly as possible.
Not.
All right, let's try this one. This is from Julie. Whatever spirit is with Liza, can you just confirm, are you a male or a female?
Something can get something. I missed it.
We believe her to be...
Listen.
We believe it to be a female energy, Julie, but never know. We're listening. We can hear you.
I said what something. It's going so fast.
Try to come a little closer.
Ooh, I missed that.
I could hear. It sounded like a man's voice. Okay, let's ask this one. Friend Bobber wants to know what year you're from. Maybe the year you were born or transitioned.
A lot of music.
Liza.
Just about.
Please feel free to come over and stand
Getting
with us.
bits and pieces.
I need you to do your best to try to speak as clearly and as loudly as possible. Thanks, Amanda. Snack money for the next spooky adventure.
This life or...
Appreciate
this
it.
life or... I think it said last. This life or last?
This life or last? Is that referring to the year? Do you know what year you were born or remember any year? Jennifer would like to know if you like your dress. You see what color it is?
I think I heard for me. For me. Sounded very singy.
So
I swear that said my brother's name.
Oh, that's weird.
Sound like a guy just randomly said Austin.
We need the spirit that's with Liza to come forward right now. So she's from Massachusetts. A gentleman was having some issues with her.
Guess. That sounded very spooky. Guess.
Friend Julie would like to know if you like where you live
don't
now.
something.
What was that? Do you like where you live now? Don't be afraid to come close.
There are people in line here. That was so clear.
I heard that. Are you guys able to hear the spirit box at all through the microphone? I could hear that response.
Sound like I do. Sound like a guy.
That's a good question. Liza, did you have a favorite food or meal that you enjoyed when you were alive? I love food.
Next.
I heard that. Next. You can hear it a little bit? Awesome. Do you have a favorite food? Come on. Do you like pizza, French fries? My favorite food is French fries. I love French fries.
I missed that. Are you hearing me? I'm trying.
We're doing our best. Thank you for trying.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to try talking as loudly as you can. I know this is maybe a little silly, but you have to try talking as loudly as you can. Even try yelling.
I thought I just heard a woman, but it was a different voice and it said, I'm Amy.
Amy?
It's not the one I've been hearing. It's a different voice. I'm Amy.
Okay, let's just try this for a little while. Amy!
She's here to help.
Amy's here to help. Well, thank you, Amy. Don't know who Amy is, but thank you for coming. Amy, can you maybe help communicate here? How many fingers am I holding up? Can you say the number? What's this? What is this? What number is this? Try holding higher here. Thanks for coming, Amy. Where are you
That's such
from?
a weird statement. I don't know.
Where are you from?
Peace for peace.
Peace. I need whoever can talk the loudest to come as close as you can. Maybe you can try communicating for both of you. Do you know where you're from? Can you say that out loud? That's right, Alan. Peace. Is this what you're talking about? Peace? Wow, good job,
It's like
Alan.
talking and singing. Look
Peace.
up.
I'm looking up. Make sure nothing was coming at me from above.
What are you looking for?
You told me to look up. You can see me over here? You said look up.
Yeah, but something. I missed that.
All right, I might be getting something here now. So
You'll get more if you something.
Liza didn't come to Ohio.
Are you ready?
Liza didn't come to Ohio, and we had a lot of car trouble. It was one of the only events we didn't bring her to, and everything went wrong. We had a good time, though.
Got the willies. Americans.
That's a good question. Liza, do you remember where that name came from? Is that your real name, or did somebody name you that?
Heard mother something. I'm missing like sentences. Like there's sentences, but I'm only getting bits.
Did your mother give you that name? So when we got her, the gentleman said that's what her name was, and he claimed that he was hearing voices in his head and things like that. So do you like that name, Liza? Is it short for something else?
Not like a guy said, I'm freaked out.
Do we have other people watching this from the other side? There's nothing to be freaked out about.
What the? And then it said Hell. And that was the guy too. They hear you.
I'm glad. Feel free to answer any question.
You're tall.
Okay. Thank you. How tall are you? Do you like meeting people when we bring you to the different events?
Sorry.
Do you like meeting people, Liza?
Something about not that much.
Not that much?
I don't know if I'm hearing a conversation between two people or what.
So at our events, if you ever seen her at an event, we usually put her in a case specifically because she's fragile and likes to move, and we don't want her to break herself or have, people touch her and things like that. Not for spiritual purposes, but just because she's fragile.
The hospital.
The hospital. So she's one of the ones we put in a case. Do you like being in a box, in a case? When we bring you to the events, it's to protect you or protect the doll.
I feel like I'm being touched.
Wasn't me.
I heard laughing.
Do you have any siblings? I'm glad you're laughing. That's good. Do you have any siblings? A brother or sister?
Ew.
No? I guess that's a no. Or you don't like them?
I heard a guy said, I bet she does.
Liza, is someone preventing you from speaking? Is there another spirit or entity that's preventing you from talking with us?
I'm a young guy. Okay, there's a couple people here.
All right, I'm glad.
There's a woman, and then another woman, and then a guy.
So it might be the spirit that's with Liza, that Amy spirit, and then a gentleman. What's the guy's name?
Yeah, we're jumping something. And then you got...
What's the guy's name?
Me.
Hi, who's me? I'm Cody. This is Satori. Where are you from? Who are you?
Thought I just heard Peggy.
Peggy.
It's just so random.
So that would be another spirit.
But I think it was in the middle of a sentence.
Okay. Did you have any pets? Did you have a dog or a cat? Or something else? If you don't mind me asking, what do you see right now?
Thought I heard look.
Where am I supposed to look?
I had something.
Try to speak a little louder. What'd you have? What'd you have, Liza? What do you see?
Sounded like it said, I'm squeezing.
What do you see right now? Are you able to see us? I think you can. Do you see anything else? Liza, if you had one word to describe Satori and myself, what would that word be?
Hang on.
Okay. What's that word?
I hear laughing. I don't know. I feel like there's talking and laughing.
It's okay. I want to know that word. Even though
Really?
yeah. Even if it's not nice. What's the word? You have to pick one word to describe us. How about Satori? One word to describe Satori.
I think so. Something I think so. Who knows about some? Give me a full sentence here. I thought I did.
Sounds like she's talking to. Like two spirits are talking to each other.
I feel like I'm talking to myself.
See? Did you have a favorite song?
I feel like I'm being insulted in a spirit box right now.
All right, I'm going to get through these real quick and then we're going to take a
Sounded
break.
like it said, do you need a tutorial? I heard something about fire.
Fire. Is there somebody special you'd like to speak to? Someone you haven't talked to in a while?
He said something.
I heard that.
Give me more.
Is your full name Elizabeth? You still here, Liza? All right. I know there's some more questions up here. I'm going to tap Satori to get her out of this to have her take a break. And then maybe we'll try doing it again to kind of reset things. Let me see here.
Thought I heard, yeah, don't.
Don't? Well, we're gonna. So hold on a minute.
Hold on a minute.
Figured we'd take a break real quick to let things reset.
My hair a mess?
No, it looks
Probably.
all right.
Only
Looks
thing
good.
about having bangs and doing this.
No, it looks good. Trust me. So so that was interesting.
I couldn't make out like sentences. Like it was like bits and pieces.
Yeah, it seemed like, especially towards the end, like multiple spirits were talking to each other and you were picking up on it.
I couldn't tell what it was saying.
But there was a couple things, and thank Alan caught this. So one of the questions was try holding up some fingers and seeing if she can say the number.
Mm-hmm.
Fingers. And I was holding up 2 fingers, and then you said the word peace. A peace sign?
At the time you were holding up the 2 fingers?
It was right around that time, yeah.
It sounded like it was a discussion about something, and it was like, peace. And then I heard peace again, so it was like, okay, that has to be important to something. But
So I had asked multiple times, and then Alan's the one who put that connection together, so that's interesting.
I wonder if it was connected. But I was getting like, there was one woman that sounded like I literally felt like I was arguing with myself. But I probably sounded like I was arguing with myself. But I was getting information when I said things out loud. It was like I was getting commentary on the things I was saying out loud.
Really?
Which was weird. I don't know why. But and then there was a woman, I think it was Amy. Like that was
Yes.
so sweet. It was like, "Hi, I'm Amy." Like it was just so light and sweet, and I loved that voice. But then there was a guy talking. But yeah, there was one voice that just sounded like she was criticizing me, everything I did.
Then you said you thought you heard your brother's name.
Yeah, Austin. That was a guy.
Which made me think maybe we're picking up something that's like a personal spirit.
I don't know.
Or it's just someone else named Austin, or talking about Austin.
I don't know. That was weird.
But definitely seemed like towards the end, multiple spirits were talking to each other or getting interested in what we were doing. The equipment didn't go off again since you started.
I did get look though. Did you see anything with look?
Around.
I was getting like look up or something.
She said look up, and then I looked up, and then she like made fun of me for looking up.
I don't remember what was said.
It was kind of
funny. My memory gets so foggy when I'm in the moment, like I can't.
Comical.
But I remember like the clear stuff. Look up. Hi, I'm Amy. Like just the really random stuff. And then at one point, do you want a tutorial? That's why I felt like I was arguing with someone. I felt like I was being criticized for not getting everything right. I was trying to say everything I could hear. And then if I couldn't catch it, I felt like I was getting made fun of for not catching it. Because I heard a lot of laughing too. Does that make sense?
You know what? I think I might do. I think in a little while, a couple minutes, we do one more small lesson session, right?
Okay.
And I'm going to go over there, sit in the chair, and hold her.
Oh, God. Okay. She's going to love every second of that.
And see if that makes any difference.
Okay. Whatever you want to do. Do we have any other questions we want to see if equipment will go off for? Or
yeah, we can ask a couple. There's a couple here that are left over.
Hi to everybody that might just be checking in or is new to watching.
All right.
Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, it was from Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thanks, Amanda, again. She bought us some snacks.
Thank you. We need those on our road trips, especially when we're broken down on the side of the road.
I'm going to get some french fries. There was just a light in the upper right-hand corner of the screen above you guys.
On our screen?
On this screen?
Or
one of those?
Those.
I'll have to go back and take a look at it.
I also got a lot of, like, I was shut down. Like, I kept hearing, like, don't, not, things like that. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it seemed like they were, just trying to get used to what was going on.
Our screen.
Our screen, okay.
Uh-oh. Well, we don't have any lights over here.
Yeah, no lights have changed here, so we'll have to go back and watch. We'll have to timestamp it, so probably around 59 minutes or so. All right, so We can. I think she just smiled.
Keep seeing it's the lights too. It's in the corner above Satori. I don't have any lights here, guys. It's a green screen, I'll be honest, right here, and then there's just wall right here. There's no lights or anything. That's
I
weird.
kept saying to look up.
Oh my god, do you think something's happening?
I don't know.
I felt like I was also being like touched on this shoulder at one point. Might be seeing some sort of green screen like thing. Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Let us know if you keep seeing it, because usually that doesn't happen.
We'll go back and look either way. And if you guys find anything, like either send us a timestamp or a screen record it, and we will check it out. We'd like to check it out.
Cody the Ghost Whisperer, do your thing.
So that's what we're going to do. I think that's a good way to kind of wrap this mini investigation up. Is I'll go over there and I'll hold Liza.
Okay.
You can do the Estes from over here.
Okay.
And we'll see if we have any difference with that. The equipment's been quiet for the most part, except at the beginning. So we'll see if we can make it go off. I'll have to move some of it around when I go over there.
Okay.
Okay. So some questions left over. Oh, that's the only thing. I'm not going to be able to see those questions. Let me figure this out.
You can just have Aaron or somebody. Thank you guys for helping, by the way. Put up questions.
Do you want to go over there with the Estes on and hold her?
She hates me. I'll do it, but she hates me.
Well, maybe that'll.
Maybe it'll help, but I can try.
Because I'm not going to be able to see the questions to ask if
okay, I'm in like my casual clothes. All right, you'll have to help set me up.
All right, we're going to go over there. So let's you should still be able to hear us. So let's see here.
Come on over, Tori. So the screen says, "Come on over, Tori." One of you guys need to cut that out behind stage.
That was me. I set this off. All right, let me move this.
Okay.
Okay, hold on a minute here. Let me figure this out. Okay, Liza.
Do you really want me to? She's gonna hate me. Sorry, guys. I'm in like a tank top and skirt, so.
All right, let's see here. Can you make this cam full screen, Ken? Okay. All right, let's see here.
You're gonna have to move it closer than that. There you go. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Liza, I'm gonna pick you up for a second.
That's Cody making that go off.
All right, try sitting down without making the REM pod go off. Or knocking it over.
I'm making it go off.
Let me just put that up here for now.
Okay. You'll hear it if it goes off. Can you see me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. How far down can you see?
I can see your lap.
Okay. Didn't want you to see my feet.
Oh.
There's a lot of weird people on the internet. All right.
I don't know what that was.
What is happening?
All right. So let me.
You'll have to set this up for me. I put the goggles on.
Okay, let me grab this. All right, I'm gonna put Liza in your lap.
Hi. I'm sorry, Liza. You hate this. I can tell you hate everything about this.
All right, I'm gonna try seeing if I can put the static dome somewhere near you. I'm gonna put it on the arm of the chair here. Okay, let me start this up. What the heck? You have tape on your goggles. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start the radio.
Oh, this is freaky. This is freaky. Are you for real?
Sorry, Liza. Satori wanted to spend some time
Ew.
with you.
This is like actually what I'm getting on the. I'm just getting insults.
Liza, are you okay? All right, let's ask. I'm going to start asking the questions from where I left off here.
Things I do.
This is only for a little while, Liza. I know you're not fond of Satori.
Serious?
I'm serious. It only lasts a little. Oh, the static dome's going off, guys. Hold on, let me take this off.
Sound like a guy saying something about being mad.
That was cool.
What?
That was neat. All right. Question for you, Liza. Does the doll there resemble what you looked like in real life while you were living?
Sounded like it said, "What do you want me to?" I don't know if it said do or say. I don't know. I didn't catch the end.
So all we want you to do is try answering these questions as best as you can. Just like we were doing a little while ago. Just try to talk as loudly as you can. We put Satori closer to you to make it a better chance for us to hear you, if that makes sense. Barbara would like to know what your favorite color is.
Something about leaving something.
What do you want us to leave? We didn't catch that.
Something about a mistake.
What happened? What's your favorite color? Or what color? How about this? What color is your dress? Do you see what color your dress is?
Not like a guy saying married to something. There's a conversation going on again. I'm Liza.
No way.
That was clear, but that sounded like a woman, and that was very quiet. But I'm 90% sure that that's what that said.
Hi, Liza. Thank you for trying to talk to us. Just trying
That
to learn
freaked
more
me
about
out.
you. Can you try waving? Saying hello? I'll do it too. Maybe you can wave to me. I know you know how to move those arms. Satori would freak out if that thing started moving. Hi. Liza, do you remember your mother's name?
Hi.
Hi.
Wish it was him.
You don't like Satori holding you? Do you not like that?
Sounds like a female mumbling.
Liza, if you're still here, I need you to come as close to Satori as you can so she can hear you better.
My thigh just felt weird. Like it felt like a snake just slithered on my thigh. Or like, so it just, I'm feeling it right now on my right thigh. It's going like this, up in the upper part of my right thigh. It's going down my side. Hope it's not a bug.
Okay, Liza, don't freak her out too much.
Oh, that was so creepy. It just went like, I don't know if you can see this.
Well, you did good. I told you to go close to her, so thank you. She'll understand when she knows why.
Oh, I hope that wasn't a bug.
She's not calling you a bug.
That was a first.
You did a good job if that was you. How do you feel about
Laughing.
How do you feel about a lot of people watching you right now? Remember I said there's a video camera? How do you feel about all these people?
Come here.
Me? Do you want me to go over there? Why do you not like Satori?
I'm not done. That was very stern.
Okay, we have a few more questions.
I'm improving.
You're doing good. That was awesome. Really neat.
Yeah, I know.
Do you miss anyone, Liza?
I have this thing with you. That
With
was
me?
very clear. I have this thing with you.
Okay. Well, we're friends. Trying to learn more about you. That's why we're asking all the questions. If you have a question for me, feel free to ask it. I'll answer it. It's fine with me.
That's a bit sad. I did something.
What did you do? What did you do? It's okay. You can tell us.
The thrill of it.
Was this thing you did good or bad?
I was but a babe? That's I don't know what that means.
Was this when you were a child? I just heard a voice. I don't know. I don't know if it's coming from the box or not. Here's a question. Does Satori remind you?
Everyone was hurt.
Oh, God. All right, we're still on that. What happened to everyone? Did this happen because of you, or were you a part of it? Just have to let us know.
I started some. Want to hear it?
Sorry, Gretchen. I'm trying to ask you a question, but this is interesting. It's all right, Liza. You can tell us.
There was a loud bang.
Does Satori remind you of someone you knew? She said to come over there a
Fine.
little while ago. So I'm going to try going over there and get a little closer.
Where is everybody?
I'll try to remember some of these questions. Where is everyone? Who are you looking for? Just Satori and I.
To show them.
All right, I want to go a little closer.
How's your life?
Good. How's yours? I'm a little closer. I know you asked to come over here. Did you have a last name?
Feel like she's trying to say something.
Try to talk as loudly and as clearly as you can, Liza. I'm gonna grab Liza.
It wasn't making. There was some things that were making sense, and then some things I couldn't even say. I had to skip a lot of it.
Well, that was interesting.
That I felt something right here.
Yeah, and
it started right here and snaked all the way down my side, and I swear I was like, "Is this a bug on me?"
So, let's go over there and I'll tell you a funny story. I'll put Liza back on the chair here. So right when here you go, Liza. So right when right before you felt that,
It felt like a snake.
I said, go as close to Satori as you possibly can. And then all of a sudden you go, something's touching me.
No, it felt like a snake. I'm not even kidding. It started right here. It started on the middle of my thigh and just went all the way down. And I was in real time telling you, I'm like, it's still happening. It's still happening.
I had just told her to go as close.
That was wild. That was wild. that actually freaked me out, and I couldn't move because I knew she was sitting on me. So I was like, if this is a bug, oh my god, like I can't do anything because I don't want to do anything that could harm her.
Uh-oh, the sound went out?
When did the sound go out?
And now it's back. That's weird.
Just now?
Yeah.
I don't think I have any. I can't show you guys. Hold on. Oh, look. I don't have any mark. It just felt very light. Like it felt like.
Probably about 20 seconds. Did you hear when Satori said goodnight? That was one of the last things she said. And I said, oh, it must be that you're done.
That was weird. And then some of the things I can't say online like this, but it sounded like I was listening to a scene out of a horror movie. Like just someone who was saying things that was not okay to say.
Oh, that's weird.
And I was like, okay, this is getting... And then I heard goodnight, the vortex dome's going off.
Oh. Vortex dome. Oh, let me make this big rook. Huh.
Nothing happened while I was over there with equipment?
No. Oh, the vortex dome went off. It went off a few minutes into your session. I don't know.
She could mess with technology. I know one time the power went out in our museum when we were talking to her, but I don't know if that had anything to do with her. That was weird. What was that noise? Did you hear that weird noise?
I thought I heard a voice while you were under there, but I didn't know if it was the box or not. Yeah, the dome went off while you were under there. So when the audio cut out, the reason why I ended this, I was ending it in a couple minutes anyway, but good night came through. And I was like, oh, you must be done. I said, is there anything else you'd like to say? And then it was just silence. So I was like, all right, I'll just shut it off.
What did you ask something when she said it was like we have a thing or something? She said something in the radio. Said we have I don't know what it was, and it freaked me out, but it was a full sentence. Even though the radio was scanning, it was like all of them made this one jumbled sentence.
Yeah. The most direct part was when you were talking about like something when she was a kid and something bad happened or something.
Yeah, when I was a babe.
Yeah.
It was a weird term.
Sounds
and I was like, when I was a
old
babe.
Talking, yeah.
And
Like
I
when
was
a
like, I
babe.
don't know. I was like 99%. It kind of had this weird twang to it. So that's what. And I wish it was you. And then we have a thing.
That's right. I remember that. She wishes I was in the chair.
Were you talking when she said that? Or were you asking something?
I was asking questions the whole time. Yeah.
Maybe you should.
You remind me of the babe.
A little David Bowie there. Yeah, I think she definitely likes Cody. Jolene likes Cody. Those are the two that like Cody a lot. But I don't know, that was weird. The whole thing was just weird. And then some of the things she was saying just gave me chills.
Yeah.
About like she did something. And then I was getting details that were just violent. And I was like, this can't be on a radio. That's what freaked me out. I'm like, this can't be on a radio.
That's weird.
So, I don't know.
That's weird.
It sounded like she was going to tell us about something that happened when she was a babe. Like she wanted to confess to something. Well, some of the things that were being said, whoa. Just...
Some things you can't say online.
Things I will get our YouTube video taken down if I say, probably. But it was just like violence towards other people. I'll say it was related to that. Like hurting. And I was like, oh, okay. Jeez, I can't say this. So, I don't know.
Well, I'll try it again with her, maybe on a bonus show. We'll try doing another investigation with her.
Yeah. Well, not this bonus show, but maybe next one.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. She looks comfy sitting over there. Maybe we'll leave her there for a bit.
I don't know.
I would love to see an investigation of Jolene and Liza at the same time. We can make that happen.
We
If
can
you
definitely
guys
do that.
like this, every now when video drops, we can do this. So if you guys like this, let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think, and we'll plan more if you want to see more of this every now and then.
Yeah.
And more live investigations, like at locations, maybe.
Yeah. And we also
So-
do it on our Patreon
On
every
our
other week.
Patreon,
So
as little as $3 a month. So, and you can cancel whenever you want.
yeah, there's a bonus videos on there from our vlogs and things. So huge shout out to our Patreon members. There's a few pages of them here. So thank you to these guys and these guys. Thank you. Thank you. And these guys. Thank you. And these guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I think there's a few more that aren't on this list.
I heard the name Peggy at one point.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
That's cool.
But all right, guys. I think we're going to clean up the equipment, and we'll let you know if anything else happens while we're cleaning it up.
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's good to do these types of investigations once in a while where you know, we broadcast them, because I would have never put the 2-finger peace sign thing together.
I would have
I
to
didn't even
watch. I'm
think of
gonna have
that.
to watch this back, because I kind of hear what you guys are telling me, and I'm like, okay, and then I have to watch it back. But that's just my dad's side of me.
And I interpret things one way, and the chat interprets it different ways. You know what I mean? Like the word babe. I figured, oh, maybe when she was a kid, but someone said, I don't know where the comment went, but someone said maybe when she was younger and looked like a babe. You know what I mean? Like when she was like in her prime.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
I'll
knows?
look back. I'll watch this video after it's uploaded fully.
yeah.
But thank you guys. Hope you
Cool.
liked it.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you soon. On Thursday, we have our regular live show that's going to start at 8 o'clock like usual. And then at 9:15 for the Patreon
Thank
bonus
you.
show, Satori is going to be doing a crystal show with Dan, who's also another Patreon member. Very smart guy. He's a chemist, and he's going to be talking about some crystals and their properties, and you're going to be giving your take on them. So that'll be fun. So our regular live show this Thursday, 8 o'clock, will be the next time that we're streaming. So thank you for joining. If you if you caught anything during this live stream, the lights or whatever was going on, feel free to screen record it and send it to us, or anything else that you think is interesting. Let us know. Leave a comment down in the comment section, and please like the video if you enjoyed it and want more. Definitely hit the like button, and that'll tell us that you want to see more of this type of thing, and we'll do it. Sound good?
All right, guys.
All right, we'll talk to you guys soon.